fit these 3 points in your antahkaran heart and then do kirtan. What was that? Trinadapi sunichena tarorapi sahishnuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sada harihi. Consider yourself to be more insignificant than a blade of grass. See, when we consider ourselves to be important, we forget the significance of God. And if we remember how significant God is, then we are insignificant. The Jugnu, the glowworm, can only be proud of its light if the sun has not risen. In front of the sun, the glowworm will be humbled. What am I? You may see the hill in the distance and think, this hill also seems it's 6 feet high. It seems to you that it's 6 feet high because you are very far away from it. And as you start walking close, you see, oh, this is a mountain, and I'm not even a mosquito in front of it. So similarly, if we are distant from God in our consciousness, we'll say, I'm also something. And if we go close to God, we realize, what are we? We are like stardust. You look up in the night sky and you see all these stars. There are billions of galaxies. From those billions of galaxies, there is one Milky Way. That one Milky Way, scientists estimate, has got 100 billion stars in it. One of them is our sun, the center of the solar system. That has got its different planets. Sometimes scientists say 8, sometimes 9, whatever. And then this Earth planet, it has got 192 countries, but then Sudan got divided into 2, so 193 countries. And in that one country of USA, 50 states. And in this California, one little city of Fresno, in that one Ramada Inn, within that one hall, there are more than so many of us out here. So what is our significance? The significance is only of our ego. This ego is blocking the glory of God from shining through. Paul Deussen had said, egotism is like a cloud that keeps God hidden from our sight. If by the mercy of the true Guru, egotism vanishes, then God is seen in His full glory. So all the saints of all the traditions have said that you have to destroy this ego. Further, he says, Vriksh se badkar sahishnu bano. Become more tolerant than a tree. This is practicality. Because you are living in the world. Now in this world, not everybody is a God-realized saint. They're all material souls. So you can expect all kinds of behavior from everyone. Tulsidas ji says, Hari Maya Vash Jagat Brahmahi Tinha hi kahat kachu aghatit nahi. In this world, anybody can say anything. Now, if you start feeling bad, why did he say this? Why did he do this? Then your BP will go out of control. So the only way to keep the mind cool is to practice tolerance. Just tolerate. So the example, the ideal given is of the tree. The tree is so tolerant that somebody throws a stone at it, the tree does not object. It rewards with the fruit. There was a powerful king of Punjab called Maharaja Ranjit Singh. The Kohinoor was actually in his kingdom first. It was taken away from there later on. So he was a very powerful king. One day he was traveling on his horse, and one boy, he chucked a stone. He was trying to hit the mango on the tree, and he did not realize the stone went and hit the Maharaja. So Ranjit Singh said, "Who threw this stone at me?" People pointed out to that boy. "Bring him to my court." Now the mother thought, my child is as good as dead. She went along with the child, and both the mother and child were apologizing. Ranjit Singh said, "Why did you throw that stone?" He said, "Oh king, I was aiming for the mango on the tree. What to do? I missed it and it went and hit you behind." The king, he instructed his servants. He said, "Get a basket of mangoes." They got it. He said, "Give it to him." So the minister said that he has hit you with stone and you're giving him a basket of mangoes. Ranjit Singh said, "Listen, if it had hit the tree, what would the tree have done? The tree would have showered mangoes on him. Am I worse than a tree that I should punish him for this? I have to learn from the tree to be tolerant." So Mahaprabhuji said the same thing. Tarorapi sahishnuna. And Kripaluji Maharaj has also put it out here. Learn to tolerate. You have to tolerate. Matra sparshastu gaunteya shitoshna sukha dukhada, Sri Krishna says. Like the summer and winter seasons, this happiness and distress will come, Arjun. You learn to tolerate. And sabko do samman. The third point in the set. Respect others and don't expect respect for yourself. So always offer all respect to others, thinking that they are all parts of God. This vision will go higher and higher and higher. First you will say, all right, they are all parts of God. Then when the vision goes higher, you will say God is seated in everyone. And when it goes highest, you will say everybody is God. Sarva bhuteshu yah pashyed bhagavad bhavamatmana bhutani bhagavatyatma nyesha bhagavatottama. So Bhagavat Uttam, the highest Bhagavat, highest devotee, the Bhagavatam states, is he who sees everybody as God. He has solidified that divine sentiment towards everyone. And then he treats everyone in that manner. But we again have to practice from the first rung. So we have to practice learning to respect everyone and not desiring respect for ourselves. तृण से बढ़कर दीनता उर राखु नित ही प्यारे. तृण से बढ़कर दीनता उर राखु नित ही प्यारे. राखु नित ही प्यारे.
तृण से बढ़कर दीनता उर राखु नित ही प्यारे. तृण से बढ़कर दीनता उर राखु नित ही प्यारे. राखु नित ही प्यारे.
वृक्ष से बढ़ कर सहिष्णु भाव भी हो प्यारे. वृक्ष से बढ़ कर सहिष्णु भाव भी हो प्यारे, भाव भी हो प्यारे।
वृक्ष से बढ़ कर सहिष्णु भाव भी हो प्यारे, वृक्ष से बढ़ कर सहिष्णु भाव भी हो प्यारे, भाव भी हो प्यारे।
सबको दो सम्मान आपुन मान जनि चहु प्यारे, सबको दो सम्मान आपुन मान जनि चहु प्यारे, मान जनि चहु प्यारे।
सबको दो सम्मान आपुन मान जनि चहु प्यारे, सबको दो सम्मान आपुन मान जनि चहु प्यारे, मान जनि चहु प्यारे।
Then he moves on to another aspect of sadhana. What is that? Taking the name of God. See, taking the name of God is a convenient way of remembering Him. That is why it has been emphasized by all the bhakti saints. Tulsidas ji in his Ramayana has emphasized it more than anything else. He says, Kalyuga kevala naam adhara, sumiri sumiri nara utarahi para. In this Kalyug there is only one way. Just remember God's name. And the Bhagavad has emphasized it in its own way, giving the example of Ajamil, how Ajamil at the time of death took the name of Narayan. And the Ramayana gives us the example of Valmiki, that just simply he kept on saying Mara Mara and he attained the eternal goal. So in this way, in the Vedic literature and by the Vedic saints, taking the name of God is considered a very simple, straightforward path of elevating our mind. And the beauty of this is that you can take His name anywhere. Now you wish to sit and meditate, all right. Keep your back straight, close the eyes. And to take the name, you're walking around, you're eating, between your bites, you're jogging, you keep chanting His name. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Bhajanayar Shresh Namudha Bhakti, Tar Madhye Sarvashresh Nama Sankirtan. खाइते शुईते यथा तथा नाम लय, तार देश नियम नहीं सर्व सिद्धि होय. This taking the name of God has got no rules. You can do it alongside with anything else. So, why do we not give it so much importance? Because we don't keep divine sentiments towards the name. Without the bhav, without the sentiment, there is no bhakti. Without the bhav, the vigraha is a stone murti. Na kashthe vidyate devo na shilayam na mritsucha bhavehi vidyate devas tasmad bhavam samacharet. God resides neither in stone nor in wood. God resides in the bhav of your heart. So, just like towards the murti, you have to keep the sentiment. Similarly, towards the name also, you keep the sentiment. God is seated inside. Then when you take the name, you will feel the ras. So, develop this faith that God is in His name. You have developed it towards the murti. Can you not develop it towards that name? We Indians are experts in seeing God in everything. Any little tree, somebody ties a red band, then after that 50 people are coming to worship. The Britishers, when they were ruling India, the first time they put milestones on the road, the villagers started standing and speculating that Hanumanji has manifested out here. So we are habituated to seeing God in every piece of stone and tree. So can you not develop that bhav towards the name? That He is there? That is why it is said that think God is seated in His name. Samujhata saris nam arunami. Supposing it is announced that at night, 2 o'clock, Radha Krishna will come and give darshan out here. Nobody will go to sleep. Or even if they do, they'll set their alarm for 1:30. Even people who don't believe in Radha Krishna will come. Let me see. Like when it got announced, the news spread that Ganesh ji is drinking milk in the temples. Wow! Every temple around the world had so many people all lined up. People who had never visited a temple before were also coming. Let me see what is there in it. Similarly, if it's announced that Radha Krishna will come here, imagine people will start coming from the other states also. So they are hankering to see Radha Krishna. But Radha Krishna say that we are seated in our name. When you say Radhe, Radha ji is there. When you say Krishna, Krishna is there. So why are we not taking the name with that much enthusiasm? Because we don't have that faith and we have not created the sentiments. So do that and then take the name. And in this name, you don't need to do japa with a mala. That is primary class. If you love God, you don't need to count how many times you have taken His name. प्रेम में नेम नहीं, तह नहीं बुद्धि व्यवहार, प्रेम मगन जब मन भया, कौन गिने तिथिवार. If you start loving God, you don't have any need to count how many times you took His name. So Kripaluji Maharaj says, you take the name of God with every breath. As you breathe in, you say Ra in the mind. As you breathe out, you say De. Or you can change it. As you breathe in, Radhe. As you breathe out, Sham. Or if you like, Sita, as you breathe in, Ram, as you breathe out. You suit yourself as you like. But do this practice of taking the name and along with that, feeling the presence of God in the name. So this is an easy way of getting connected. श्वास जब खींचो तो राकहु, मन ही मन ते प्यारे. श्वास जब खींचो तो राकहु, मन ही मन ते प्यारे. मन ही मन ते प्यारे.
श्वास जब खींचो तो राकहु, मन ही मन ते प्यारे. श्वास जब खींचो तो राकहु, मन ही मन ते प्यारे. मन ही मन ते प्यारे.
श्वास छोड़ो तो कहु दे, ध्यान भी करु प्यारे. श्वास छोड़ो तो कहु दे, ध्यान भी करु प्यारे. ध्यान भी करु प्यारे.
श्वास छोड़ो तो कहु दे, ध्यान भी करु प्यारे. श्वास छोड़ो तो कहु दे, ध्यान भी करु प्यारे. करो प्यारे
साधना करूं, साधना करूं, साधना करूं प्यारे, साधना करूं, साधना करूं, साधना करूं प्यारे, साधना करूं प्यारे।
साधना करूं, साधना करूं, साधना करूं प्यारे साधना करूं, साधना करूं, साधना करूं प्यारे साधना करूं प्यारे।
So this kirtan is perfect and complete. It doesn't go into the theory, it goes straight into the practice. What is it you're supposed to do? What is it you're not supposed to do? So in India, I always recommend to the satsangis that learn this kirtan by heart. And then you have all the points in your head. So you have the practical guide for you. Then you cannot say, I did not know what to do. It's all there. Now it's a question of implementing it.